Okay, so for the next topic under module 7, so this is about the saving function. Okay, so here, first we will define the term saving. Okay, so basically when we say saving, this is the excess of income over consumption expenditure. So the concept of saving is closely related to the concept also of consumption. However, in this case, saving is part of the income that is being set aside, okay, for future use or for other purposes, okay, which is at the moment are not used for spending. Okay, so this is another way of defining what saving means. Okay, so of course, from your own understanding, you already know the concept of the term saving. Okay, so saving is also part of the income. However, this is the part, as mentioned, that is not consumed at the moment. So generally, as the level of income increase, so the tendency or the probability is the savings must also increase or vice versa. Okay, however, again, this pattern or level of saving will depend upon the choice of the individual. If he or she is going to save more if their pay will increase, okay, or if the pay will decrease, they will also decrease their savings. So again, this is basically dependent upon the purpose and the objectives and the motive of the individual. So here, saving function or the propensity to save expresses the relationship between the saving and the level of income. Okay, so of course, it is simply the desire of the household to hoard a part of their total disposable income. So this is what we are actually mentioning a while ago. Okay, it is main or this is based on uh, the discretion of the household or the individual, whether they will allot a portion of their income for saving or they will spend it all, okay, for consumption. So symbolically, the functional relationship between this saving and income can be defined as follows. So we have here S is equal to F, okay, multiplied by our variable Y. So here, we also have here the sub formula for Y and S. Okay, so basically can derive this, okay, to get also our S variable. So our Y variable here, which stands for income, so that is equal to C plus S. So your C is savings, sorry, consumption I mean, and S is for saving. Okay, so this constitute your income. Okay, so in other terms, if you're going to derive your formula, so your saving is equal to the income minus consumption. Okay, so very basic. So this is how you actually determine, okay, the functional relationship of the saving and income. Okay, so the equation or that equation shows us that the remaining amount after the deducting the total expenditure from the total income is your saving. Okay, basic concept. So thus, saving actually is the part of income which is not spent for consumption. So there is normally a direct relationship between saving and income. So this means that if income increase, so basically, saving will also increase. But in this case, in less proportion in comparison to income, or again, depending on the discretion of the individual. Okay, so on how much of the part of the increase will he also save as an additional saving. Okay, so when income level is low, of course, your saving will be low or negative. Okay, and how is that possible? Saving is negative. Okay, or meaning there is no saving, or instead of saving, you have liabilities. Okay, so in the initial stages when income is low, this is the uh, concept. Okay, so when income is low, consumption expenditure is more in comparison to the level of earnings, because of course there are a lot that needs to be purchased, okay, or spent. However, the level of income is not enough. Okay, so there is no saving in this case. So this is what we call, or this is termed as this saving. Okay, so basically this concept is uh, projected in this illustration. Okay, so we plot here, so the level of income and your savings. Okay, of course, as mentioned a while ago, as your income increases to the right, your savings also will increase. Okay, so you can also look into this part right here. Okay, as our point or income increases, so your saving also increases. However, if in this level of income, uh, or if our income is low, okay, then below our level of income is what we mean by the saving. Okay, meaning to say, our income is not enough to provide for the needs, okay, for the goods and services that needs to be purchased. So therefore, at this level, there is no savings. So this is what we call the saving. Okay. So here, what are the attributes of saving function? So basically, Um, the saving function or propensity to save has two major attributes. So we have what we call the average propensity to save, or APS, and the marginal propensity to save, or MPS. So what do we mean by average propensity to save, or APS? So here, the average propensity to save is the relationship between total savings and total income in a given point of time. So this is basically the same as that of the saving function that we have discussed a while ago. So it is the ratio of savings to income that shows the proportion of income that people saves. Meaning to say here, you will get the data of how many percent of the total income does an individual saves, or actually saves. Is it 10%, 20%, and so on? Okay, so this is what average propensity to save is providing us. Okay, so the average propensity to save is um, solved, okay, or determined as follows. Symbolically, so S, or savings, divided by your income. Okay, we just get the ratio of your savings. So for example, so we have here the example. When the disposable income is 180, consumption is 170. So therefore, your saving is 10. So 10 is how many percent of your total income? So that's 6%. Okay, so that's simple and basic. Okay, determination of average propensity to save. So this shows that out of the total income, okay, further to explain, will be saved. 6% will be saved after spending on the consumption. So the average propensity to save increases um, with the increase in income. So this is the uh, the concept. But again, it will depend on the individual if he will also increase his savings as his income increases. Okay, so this is depicted in this illustration. So the same explanation as what we have mentioned a while ago under the saving function. So what about marginal propensity to save, or MPS? So here, MPS refers to the increase in the proportion of saving as a result of increase in the level of income. So it can also be defined as the ratio of change in saving to the change in income. So in this case, for marginal propensity, we will determine if there is changes in your income, does your savings also change? By how much? Okay, so this is the concept. So symbolically, MPS is determined as the change in savings divided by the change in income. Okay, so we will see if there is actually a change in your savings and by how much as your income changes. Okay, so we have here an example also. Well, when income increased from 180 to 240, the savings theoretically also will change from 10 to 20. So when then we can then calculate our MPS using the formula. Okay, so change in your savings divided by the change in your income. So that's 17% change. Okay, so this shows that when the income increased, the proportion of saving also increased. So the savings made out of the total income is 17%. Okay, so this one is depicted in this uh, illustration. So you have here from the change in your income, we will determine if the change I mean in your income and the change in your savings. Okay, right here, the point right here. So how many percent is that? Okay, so that's what MPS is providing. So that's all for the first half of the saving function. So we will have another video lecture for other topics under the saving function.